mod check.
I'm hit.
Okay guys, so here's my argument as to why Modern Warfare sniping is better than Cold War. If you aim in, look at that, it's a blank piece of glass until you're almost all the way aimed down the sights. You can't see anything until you're almost entirely scoped in. It's the same with the Pellington too. Look at that, it's a blank piece of glass just showing a reflection, and all of a sudden, like it's digital, like you just activated it or something, it shows you what's on the other side of that scope. It shows you what you're aiming at. No, I don't see how people prefer Cold War sniping. Look at that. It's a blank piece of glass until you're almost all the way looking through it. And for Modern Warfare, look, as soon as I start aiming down the scope, from that little corner on the bottom, it starts showing me what's on the other side. What am I aiming at? It starts to appear. Your dot shows up faster, your crosshairs show up faster, and even the glass in general, like it shows a better reflection on a Modern Warfare than it does in Cold War. And it's not just the AX50 that I'm talking about, I got the HDR too. And the HDR is an even better example because of how much slower it is, how much more time it gives you, and it shows you what you're aiming at. See, look at this. It's from that right corner, boom, I start seeing what's on the other side of the scope. I start seeing what I'm aiming at. Boom, right there. I don't even have to scope entirely in to see what I'm aiming at through my scope. It's not just from the dot for your hip fire. It's boom, right there. I can see what I'm aiming at. I can shoot if I have the shot. And like in general, between the two games, you've all played them. You've all played both of them. You've used both the weapons in Warzone. You know which weapons are better. The only reason that the Cold War weapons are better is because they're making it like that. But you look at how smooth the AX50 is if it had a damage buff, the Car 98, the HDR, and then you go try to use the Pellington or the Tundra. Nobody likes those weapons in Warzone because they're Cold War weapons. They're cartoony. They're unrealistic. Nobody likes them. The game in general is cartoony and unrealistic. Nobody likes it. It's too arcadey. It's too arcadey.